Sort of age and you've never ridden a bike, you're considering it. Maybe you want a little 1 to 5 or a scooter, or maybe you have decided to go straight in and take your full license to have a big boy bike. You might be interested in my story. Intro. Yep, that's me. I'm a dog trainer. There's only one tiny problem. When you have to move dogs around, you need a car. And in Bournemouth, driving is a bit like that. Living the absolute dream. And as many behind, so you can't really see it. But that is why I decided to get onto wheels. If you're wondering, we are not moving. Hi there, I'm Frenchy. I'm 52, originally from France, if you can't tell by my very, very thick accent. I'm now living in the UK, in Bournemouth, and for most of my life, two-wheelers have scared the crap out of me. Seriously, I wouldn't even rent a scooter on holiday. I stuck to cars, trains, walking, and more cars, and more trains, and more walking. It was safe, it was predictable, and it was boring. About a year ago, something snapped. I was sitting in traffic again, wasting money, wasting time, slowly losing the will to live, to be frank. And I thought, this is ridiculous. I'm stuck here like cattle because I'm afraid of a bicycle with a motor. So I did it. I bought a 125. It was humble, it was slow, it was absolutely brilliant. And honestly, best decision I've made in years. Since then, I passed my test. I picked up a vintage Suzuki Bandit 400, the baby Bandit. We will speak about that later. And I dove headfirst into riding, wrenching, and learning things I wish I'd known 30 years ago. So, if you're thinking it's too late to ride, or too hard to wrench, trust me, it's not. Welcome to the Grown-up Throttle. Let's get crazy. This channel is for people like me, late starters, mature beginners, and curious tinkerers. I'll show you how I fix things, how I break things, and how I fix them again, because I do that a lot. Usually that will involve quite a lot of swearing, so be prepared for that as well. There is no ego on this channel. You will see no wheelies. There will see no racing. You will see nothing that tries to prove a point of how big and clever a man I am. Because I'm not. I'm just a 52 years old guy who decided to get on two-wheel because he couldn't stand the traffic anymore, and I discovered in the process that two wheels are freaking amazing. Let's begin at the beginning. Why become a biker past 50? Is it even worth the risk? Some will say it's middle-life crisis, and they may have a point, but I feel like I have already gone through that and quite a few years ago. The real question is, why wait for so long before taking the jump? Well,
hey mate.
In my opinion, it boils down to fear. Not a fear of speed or a fear of getting hurt. No, it's an inherited, educated fear. I was raised since childhood in horror stories about horrific accidents. My parents never wanted me to have a scooter or a moped. My neighbor cop was feeding them horror stories, telling them how he picked up body parts of some kid on a scooter that day. And I believed it. Yes, bikes are inherently dangerous, there is no two ways about it. But there is also a reason why my insurance is well under £200 a year, while a lot of younger folks pay more than that per month. At my age, insurers know I am really unlikely to pull wheelies or race a 25-year-old on his Gixxer 1000. Most riders my age, especially late bloomers like me, usually strongly believe in I've got all the gear all the time, and they tend to take the extra second to evaluate the road, to roll off just that moment earlier, to choose a safer line over the faster line. Still, my feed is absolutely jam-packed with horrific headlines. Look at this, that's just today. Since I have first put my butt on a 125 less than a year ago, and especially since I passed my license in June, there has not been one day, not one, when I did not hear news of an accident involving a bike. And I can't deny that even past 50, a beginner biker is still a beginner, and beginners do stupid things. However, it is also a fact of life that more mature riders are more aware of the road conditions and will take less chances. It's just a plain fact. That does not make us immune. Look at what happened as I was collecting footage for this video. I'm leaving my garage and bang, this Royal Mail van cuts me off from a taxi bay no less. No indication, not a look, he just went. We stopped next to each other with maybe a foot and a half to spare. I did not even have the time to reach the main road that I was already almost slammed down. However, if you are in my age category or even older than me, and you are looking at bikes and thinking, you know what, I probably could do with one of these. You, yes you who chats with bikers at meet just to enjoy the moment, you totally should take the plunge. Bikes are dangerous, but that does not define them. Let me repeat that. Bikes are dangerous, but it is not what defines them. There is so much more to them. The freedom, the sense of community, the indescribable feeling you have when you're riding, which is, in my experience, just second to flying and second really not by much. Well guys, that's all for today. That was the introductory video to the channel. Coming next, we will speak about my first bike, we will speak about your first bike, and we will also speak about your second bike, because you will have several bikes. I thought I wouldn't, and yet I have. We will speak about that as well. Why did I choose the second bike that I did choose? I'm just checking on my notes. Yes, we will discuss also why cheap old bikes can be amazing value for money. That's something you will need to consider. Modern bikes are not exactly cheap. you may want to choose an old cheap bike as your first bike because there are amazing deals to be had. Choosing bikes that are 15, 20, 25 years old, you'd be surprised what you can obtain for a few hundred quids. We will also speak about what happens immediately after you pass your license. A lot of things are to be thought of that you probably haven't thought of yet. We will also have a full test ride for the Himalayan 450, the second generation of Royal Enfield Himalayan. Well, the results were quite surprising, to be honest. We will speak about my test ride of the latest Indian Scout Bobber. There again, it's probably not going the way you thought it would be. We will have a video entirely dedicated on the question, how much power do you really need? We speak about how much power you need, how much braking horsepower you need for your bike. Do you really need 100 horsepower? Is 20 enough? Is it not? Probably not. We'll speak about basic mechanics from maintenance to repairs, all sorts of little fixes, the tools you need, the good tips and tricks, and we will even touch to full restoration if you are so inclined. But remember, this is a channel where we get crazy, so you will be expected to look a little bit under the hood, if I dare say, speaking of motorbikes. Most importantly, we will speak about the first time you will end up on your butt, because this will happen. It's not a question of if, it's a question of when. At some point, you will end up with your butt on the road. What happens immediately after is extremely important. It will decide if you go on riding or not. And critically, what happened before, how you anticipated it, how you got prepared, is absolutely critical. So don't miss any of it. Like and subscribe so that you are alerted when the next videos are coming in. Remember, this channel is for all farts like me who are looking a little bit at the budget and who like to tinker. In the meantime, remember, on the road, behave like grown-ups. Be safe. Speak soon.